The new regulations took effect from 6 a.m. yesterday, Saturday, the 9th of May, and will conclude at 4:59 a.m. on Saturday, 23rd May 2020. These regulations have adjusted the curfew hours and limited operation days as follows. Curfew begins from 8:01 p.m. to 4:59 a.m. the next succeeding day. Limited operation days begin from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. During a day of limited operation, workers of construction, farmers, and fishers may operate and shall adhere to social distancing and physical distancing protocols pursuant to Regulation 7. During a day of limited operation, a business or enterprise that is able to operate may do so provided that the owner or operator of the business or enterprise shall adhere to physical distancing protocols pursuant to Regulation 7. During a day of limited operation, all businesses and enterprises shall operate in such a manner as to ensure that opening and closing hours allow sufficient time for all personnel to adhere to the hours set for night curfew. I want to give an example of what we are speaking about here. Just recently, there was a traffic accident in the rural district, and one of the persons involved in the accident indicated that he had just left his workplace and was rushing to get home before the curfew started. He was some villages away from his home, and the curfew had already begun. It therefore means that enough time, if we were to take what he said as truth, and of course I emphasize if, because I do know that sometimes persons would just say something to give an explanation at the time. Now, if that was so, we are saying that the business places must ensure that enough time is given for their personnel to get home without having to rush, and to prevent any such accident where, serious things can happen, even down to fatalities. Notwithstanding Regulation 10, during a day of limited operation, a person may visit a public beach between the hours of 5:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. I repeat, 5:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. under the following conditions. A, for the purposes of swimming or exercise. B, where no more than 5 members of the immediate family should be in close proximity to each other. C, where there shall be no picnics, beach parties, or other gatherings. And D, where all persons shall adhere to physical distancing protocols pursuant to Regulation 7. During a day of limited operation, seniors, otherwise abled persons, and essential workers with identification shall be granted priority to enter any business or enterprise. Now, this is not the first time you would have been hearing this, but this is something new. Let me explain. In the initial stages, there was a time frame between 8 and 10 provided for essential workers and the elderlies, etc., to have priority in terms of accessing the business places. There were challenges where this was concerned, and eventually it was no more. And so what we were having since that was just a matter of persons exercising discretion in terms of allowing these persons to enter their establishments before other persons. Now, this, which I have just read, has made it mandatory for the business places to allow these persons that I have just named, the seniors, the otherwise abled persons, and essential workers, to have priority in entering into the business or enterprise. Notwithstanding the provisions of the Liquor Licenses Act, Chapter 18.21, all retail liquor licenses are suspended once a period of emergency is declared in relation to COVID-19. This one is not new, but because this has been cause for some concerns, it was worth mentioning again. For the past 24 hours, there has been only one arrest made, bringing the total now to 127. These cases are awaiting or pending trial at the magistrate court. And before leaving, I just wish at this time to salute all mothers under the sound of my voice. I want to say to you mothers, I want to tell you to be strong and to be very courageous. I want you to know that you are a big deal, and many of you have been doing very well. Don't listen to the noises and the voices that try to tell you otherwise. Understand that you're a big deal and that you matter. God bless you. Thank you.